On November 27, 1978, a man was shot twice in the head and killed by a political competitor. Expecting a possible assassination, the man shot and killed once said, "If a bullet shall enter my brain, let that bullet destroy all closet doors forever." These are the words spoken of Harvey Milk, the first openly gay man to ever run for a major political position. Today, I'm going to inform you about who exactly Harvey Milk was and let you know of his accomplishments during his political campaign. And right here, if you don't know who Harvey Milk is, here's a picture of him. This was taken shortly before his assassination. So I'm going to start by backtracking a little bit and let you know who Harvey Milk was and how he got started in the lives of politics. In 1972, Harvey Milk and his partner Scott Smith moved and settled down in San Francisco. When they moved there, they moved to the Castro district, which was the gay community there, and that's where they opened Castro Camera. Other local businesses were very upset and disgruntled about an openly gay man owning a business, and some of them actually sought to put him out of business. But Harvey strived for equality in the Castro and wanted everyone to have equal rights no matter what their sexual preference was, what their class was in the economy. And as described on numerous websites, including thecastro.net, Harvey became known as the mayor of Castro Street because he wanted everything to be equal. He was very political without even knowing it. He wanted he wanted the gays, the lesbians, the straights, the rich, the poor, everyone to be treated the same and given everything that they deserved. In 1973, Milk stepped into the world of politics. He had never been involved in politics before, and when he started off, he began to run for board of supervisor. Now, he led numerous unsuccessful campaigns, but he kept on going. It wasn't until 1977 until he finally won a spot on the board of supervisors. And here you will see everybody was very supportive of him. Daily, people would stand on the side of the roads just promoting to, vote for Harvey Milk. He wants equality. And he really brought the whole community together by just getting everybody to be active in the community and fight for what everyone deserved. Now that I've told you a little bit of how he got started in politics, I'm going to talk about what he planned to do while he was in office. Above all, Harvey Milk he wanted justice for all civil rights for everyone. Heard in several documentaries, including The Times of Harvey Milk, this phrase, "You gotta give them hope," became the part of a strong movement and goal through Harvey Milk, because he believed if you don't give them anything to be hopeful for, then they're not going to fight for themselves. He encouraged all people to open up to their community. He wanted everyone to stop hiding because of their fear of being accepted. He helped gays understand that they had to believe in themselves before they could gain any sort of equality from anyone. And this included, getting gays to understand that they had to be proud of who themselves before they could even consider being treated as an equal. Now this leads me to talk about the Briggs Initiative. This was probably Harvey Milk's greatest triumph during his campaign. The Briggs Initiative was ran by John Briggs, who was a California legislator, and Anita Bryant, who was his spokeswoman. And together they led Proposition 6, which was to ban gay and lesbians or supporters of gay and lesbians from any sort of work in the public school system. AlleyAction.org states that the Briggs Initiative was to fire and ban anyone who was an advocate, imposing, encouraging, or advocating, promoting homosexual activity. So, of course, Harvey Milk sought to just defeat the Briggs Initiative, defeat Proposition 6, get everyone to vote no on 6. So on November 7th, 1978, the Briggs Initiative and Proposition 6 was in fact defeated. And like I said, this was Harvey Milk's it was a very big dream of his, and it was his biggest goal he achieved. And it was so great because it wasn't only Harvey Milk alone. He brought the whole community together, and together they came to take a stand for what they all believed in, so it wasn't just him alone. A famous quote from Milk says, "We will not win our rights quietly, hiding in our closets. We are coming out to fight the lies, the myths, the distortions. We are coming out to tell the truth about gays. For I am tired of the conspiracy of silence, so I'm going to talk about it. And I want you to talk about it. You must come out. Come out to your parents, your relatives, come out to everyone." So sadly, this brings me to talk about the death of Harvey Milk. Before Harvey was able to see the full success and outcome of his defeat against the Briggs Initiative, he was shot and killed by Dan White, who was also a fellow political colleague. He was also a supervisor. On November 27th, 1978, Dan White, he quietly snuck into the basement window of City Hall, and after he did that, he quietly shot and killed Mayor Moscone and Harvey Milk. And he killed them both that day. Dan White, he was reportedly noticeably distraught about pay raises that they were arguing about amongst the supervisors, and he had also resigned from his position just days before he assassinated both of them. After being charged with only manslaughter, the LGBT community was just sent in an outrage. They were just, they couldn't believe that, you know, after killing one of the most inspirational political, you know, persons ever, that they were he was only going to get, you know, manslaughter. So that night, about 30,000 people got together on Market Street in the Castro and actually held a candle vigil. Although Harvey Milk's life was short-lived, we can now see that his death wasn't in vain. He opened the door for many gay and lesbians to step out and be proud of who they are and for what they believe in, and it will change the community forever. And not only by doing research for this, you know, presentation, but as an actively, you know, gay woman in the LGBT community, I now know that I owe a great deal of thanks to Harvey Milk for making, you know, everything possible that we have today as far as our civil rights and us still striving to gain equality. So to Harvey Milk, we thank you.